Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil and today we're going to talk about the newly launched Peavey 6505Ii and we're going to discuss why Peavey decided to find the most expensive badges on earth and put them on their new amp. Okay guys, so sorry for the bit of a sarcastic, cheeky clickbaity start to the video. I don't usually do videos like this. I don't usually do videos just talking anyway. I'm usually playing and demoing gear. I do really love Peaveys. I own 3 of them, a 6505, a 6505 Plus and a JSX. I'm not having a pop at Peavey amps. They're one of the best amplifier manufacturers in the world in my opinion. The problem is that I'm massively disappointed because yesterday I saw the 65052 appear on Sweetwater. And when I looked on the Sweetwater website, I saw the retail price of £1,499 and I cannot understand why, because as far as I'm aware, the only new things that are on this amp are new transformers, 2 new badges, and on the back there is a different voltage selector now. So if you travel to a different country, you can change the voltage and it applies to whatever country you're in. And I think that's a great idea. I don't know if the new transformers make it sound any different. I watched a demo last night. I will put that demo down there in the description, the link for it down there so you guys can click on it and listen to it yourselves. For me, when I've heard the 65052 versus the old 6505 Plus which it has replaced, I'll be honest with you, the 65052 has sounded in the demos fatter, thicker and a bit punchier, especially in the low end. I don't know whether this is a coincidence. You can buy 2 tube amps that are exactly the same amp, made in the same factory, same country, same time, same day. Take them home and they will sound slightly different from each other. This does happen with tube amplifiers. I once had 2 Engel Fireball 60s, both from the same year, same factory, same everything, and they sounded completely different. They're even fixed bias, so there's even no excuse for that. It's just what happens with tube amplifiers. A perfect example of that is my Peavey 6505 Plus that is behind me now does not sound quite as good as the 6505 Plus I had a while ago that I was gigging with. That just sounded tremendous. There was something really special about the amp and the way it sounded. The reason I'm making this video is it's a bit of a worry for me when a brand starts producing amps in China to cut down production cost but still charges the same price for the amp. This shouldn't happen. The brand should be saving money on production and the consumer, the customer, the fan should also be saving money as well. I want to know how come EVH and Marshall can both make amps at a lower production cost. For instance, the Marshall DSL range is made in Vietnam and that retails in the UK about £700-ish, give or take. The EVH 5150 Iconic is made in China and that retails around the same, £700-750-ish, give or take, in the UK. I've looked online and I've worked out that $1,499 is around £1,200 here in the UK, so I have absolutely no idea why the brand new Peavey is going to cost so much more. I must admit it's made me a bit fed up because I really did want to get hold of that amp. I was going to buy it, put it on the channel and do a shootout, even though it's already been done. I was going to do a shootout between a 65052, 6505 Plus. I'm now not going to do that because there's no way on earth I am paying £1,000 or over £1,000 for that amplifier when it is made in China. A while ago on the channel I had the Blackstar St. James on here and that is a fantastic amplifier that is also made in China. I don't have anything against Chinese guitars, Chinese pedals, Chinese amplifiers. I find myself promoting them quite a lot now. The Blackstar St. James had new innovative light transformers and it's sold as the lightest 50-watt tube amp ever made, and also it has cab rig built inside, which is software where you can move around mics and choose cabs and you can then save them to the St. James, so wherever you take the St. James you can go DI out either to a desk or to an interface and you can have the same tone everywhere you go. It also has a 2-watt mode on there as well, so there's quite a high spec on that amp and quite a lot gone into it to make it a bit different and to make it good value for money. The EVH Iconic has a noise gate on there. I think there's a record out as well on the EVH and a preamp out too. The DSL has emulated out. It's not very good to be honest, but it does have it. But the DSL is just kind of like the DSL always was. But the DSL is only £700 odd. It's not over £1,000. I don't understand why changing a couple of badges can make the amp go up in price to such a degree. When Peavey first moved production to China quite some time ago now from America, You saw the prices in stores of the Peavey 6505 plus the Peavey 6505 drop by about £50 over here in the UK, but at least there was a drop. It wasn't so long ago, in fact probably less than a year, where you could pick up the last few Peavey 6505 pluses in stores and they were only £850. So it doesn't make sense just 12 months later for a new Peavey 6505-2 to be almost exactly the same apart from new badges and a couple of different transformers to cost like over £1,000. It doesn't make sense, and I expected this to compete or be in competition with the DSL100 and the Peavey 6505 Iconic, and it's not, and it's pretty disappointing for me as a massive Peavey fan. I think if we all rush out there and start buying stuff that's made in China, that should cost us less money than it previously did. If we all keep going out and buying this stuff, then other brands are going to start thinking, hang on a minute, if Peavey can sell this 6505-2 for $1,500, you know, and you're sat at EVH, you're the CEO of EVH, you're probably going to go, hang on a minute, Peavey have sold tons of these, let's get that Iconic and let's stick that out there for the same price because it's made in the same country. This is the last thing that we want to happen to us as guitarists, and it's something that we need to be really careful of. I've promoted a lot of Chinese stuff on the channel, Chinese guitars especially. I believe that Chinese guitars now are exactly the same quality as an Indonesian made guitar, and Indonesian made guitars have been the go-to factory for quite a while now for affordable guitars, and I can't see any difference in quality between the Chinese guitars and Indonesian guitars. So that is why I've backed them and promoted them on the channel. Also, I get sent a lot of pedals from brands like Moore, Joyo, Sonic Ache. They're all Chinese pedals, they're all made in China, they're all made probably in the same factory even, but they're all really affordable. For instance, some of the Sonic Ache stuff I've been promoting on the channel, those pedals are £30. If you made that pedal in America, we will be buying it here for somewhere between £100 and £200 depending on what that pedal is. So to me, I am massively in favour of things being made in China because I want to buy stuff that sounds great, that is affordable to me. I've been doing lots of videos lately where I've been doing shootouts between affordable gear and really expensive gear, especially recording at home. I think you can get away with it more if you're using IRs and recording into an interface. And they've been really popular on the channel. I will continue to do these videos. I'm not going to ramble on about this situation anymore because I don't like putting negative videos on the channel, but I just felt I needed to put this out there because I was expecting the Peavey 6505-2 to compete with the DSL and the Iconic, and it simply doesn't at that price point. Thank you very much for watching. Please, 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 let's go down there in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about this amp. Do you think it's overpriced, or is it just me? It might just be my opinion. Were you expecting it to compete with the Iconic and DSL? Were you expecting it to be more affordable? Will you buy it? Won't you buy it? Do you know something that I don't know? Maybe the reason why this amp costs so much compared to, say, an EVH Iconic or a DSL. Let me know in the comments below exactly what you think. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon, and I promise the next video will be much more positive.